Let's go see if we can catch Rob on Simplex. Maybe. That might encourage him to stick around a minute.
YI, K4 ARX portable. KB2 OYI. KB2 OYI from K4 ARX portable.
K4ARX, KF4ZTO, you still on the frequency? K4ARX, this is KF4ZTO, are you still on the frequency? This is KF4ZTO, I'm standing by on 1464, simplex. Downtown Richmond.
November 0 Oscar Echo Papa 0 EP Mobile monitoring.
For ARX.
Getting into Richmond in the mobile for a little bit of traffic here. Just demonstrating the repeater to a passenger.
I can hear you in the repeater. Your audio's a little low.
Yeah, copy that. I'm on an HT. But with the mobile antenna outside on the mag mount, but I might not be hitting the repeater too well. But thanks for coming back. Appreciate the radio check and 0 EP.
I'm portable also out here on the patio. I'm probably about 12 or 13 miles from this repeater. Kids in the background, they're playing. Neighbors' kids, I think. But you hear you just the same now. Doing real good. N0 station K4ARX portable.
Yeah, Roger, appreciate that. It's November 0 Oscar Echo Papa and 0 OEP. And the name here is Sean, Sierra Echo Alpha November. From the Williamsburg area, but just traveling up here with my son and going to see our daughter.
Welcome to town. Glad to hear you're here and you're passing by. I guess you're going back to the Williamsburg area there. And it's good to see the family. It's a good time of the year to stop by and give them a visit. Are they students here in the college?
Negative. My daughter in Richmond is a student at VCU, but in the master's course. She actually works for VCU now, doing some medical stuff. And son just came in, flew in from Colorado. He's with the U.S. Army, so he's in town for the holidays.
WROI 341, radio check over. But it's good to have folks around still these days. N0 OPE from K4ARX. I think I heard a breaking station, a young voice that was also kind of weak. Try again. Maybe it's originating from a radio. I don't know. Again, you're coming in broken.
Light into the repeater, and also a little closer to the handset there. What's your name?
Garbled, I can't make out what you're saying. Just a lot of static. Or 2. This is William, K4ARX portable. I don't know why you're not hearing me very well. Anyhow, WR or W4?
Yeah, KQ4 ZPS, no copy. Not hearing it's break, but we'll chat with you later. This is N0 EP Mobile. I'm going to go clear and pay attention to traffic here. And appreciate the call back, William. Have a great day. 730 EP.
Portable here. Been listening inside too. Little crash on the tricycle. You probably heard the bell. K4ARX portable and monitoring.
want one of those liners? K4ARX, KC4JG2.
The radio a little bit. KC4JG question mark. K4ARX portable.
Yeah, KC4 Juliet Golf Tango, jolly good time. I talked to you the other night about the balloon chasing. Did you play with it any?
I was preoccupied for the past 24 plus hours there. It's been a little bit busy for me, but I haven't forgotten yet. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just curious if you chased any of it and was trying to figure it out, put it together. Just curious.
I'm still very interested. I got a slot at my schedule there. I've got a couple of receivers that's ready for it. I've already got 4 receivers on the quarter wave ground plane. So it wouldn't take much to take one of those and set it aside, set it up for those frequencies.
Right. Well, if you're going to track the data, you're going to need to decode it. So you have to port it into a program, and you'll figure that out.
As it happens, we were talking about that. I got a message from my brother yesterday, and he re-verified my address, so he might be contemplating on sending that SDR anyways. He forgets about that a lot. He talks about it, tells me he forgets about it, and now he's got the address verified, so it's probably already in the mail.
Yeah, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do it with a virtual audio cable too. Port the radio's audio to the computer and then port it into the software, I believe. I didn't approach it that way, but the easiest way is the SDR dongle. That's the easiest way.
As soon as we get that squared away, get all that software together, get them ported together, and get it done. It's just a matter of getting the SDR in. Unless there's a way I can do it now with what I've got, but I kind of doubt it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to wait on the SDR.
Yeah, well, if it were me, I would, because you're gonna be immediately successful once you learn how to manipulate the software and all that. So, well, cool. I hope it works out for you.
Let's see here. Radios, antenna, SDR software. I can get the software, get one of my buddies over here and get it done. Excuse me, it might take me a little longer than anticipated, but I've got time for research and make sure the hardware is ready to go. I should be able to get that reception okay here. Maybe I can hit those websites as soon as I walk back in here.
Plain will do it. A loop is better. All right, I got to jump off for a minute. I'll be back. KC4JG.
Okay, I'll be standing by. K4ARX.
Okay, I'm back. KC4JGT, New Kent County.
Well, I moved just a bit. Maybe you can hear me a little better. I was probably before.
I got part of that. I got some background noise going on here. There's a lot of activity on my end today, but anyway, am I full quieting into the repeater? I think I'm running horizontal here on the antenna. I'm running a loop, which is, and also a dipole off the base of the loop to tune this band. It's a dual band configuration that I've built, but I think it literally it tunes the wavelength on the 2 meter loop as well. The 2 meter loop is the main loop, and then the dipole comes off the base. I think it kind of tunes the whole circuit that way. The SWR is good, but I'm curious. Am I full quieting the repeater?
Yeah, you're doing just fine. It's probably me that's having difficulty reaching the repeater. Give me about 120 seconds. I'll walk back inside to the base station and we'll change radios and do it that way. K4ARX, portable.
Oh, yeah, okay. KC4JG.
All right, back on station, K4ARX.
The radio has a fuller audio quality than that one does, but your readability is fine. Sounds good. Just sounds different. What's your name again? Is it John?
Oh man, that was real close. No, it's William. And I've transitioned from a RadioShack HTX 404. I'm now using a Motorola CM300. It's a radius, and that's what I use for a base station type setup.
Yeah, okay, William. Well, yeah, William sounds just like John, yeah. Yeah, that's where I missed it. I didn't have enough syllables, William.
Well, you're only off by one syllable and a couple letters there, but that's fine. Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah, well, my name is Lindell, and the guys on HF, they can really throw that one into my name into a quagmire. So the ones that just can't seem to say it, I just tell them to call me Chuck. You know, because Chuck is short for Lindell, like Dick is for Richard, right?
Yeah, I'd say Chuck is easy enough.
Yeah, there's no relationship, but, you know, what difference does it make?
You know, these days they just pull you up on QRZ or something like that anyways and find your name and they say, oh gosh, got it. Is it Lindell or Lindell? Then they'll just get all the syllables out of order, or the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, or what have you, and it's still a mess.
No. If it's Lindell if you're white, it's Lindell if you're black, and that's nothing to disparage any skin color. It's just the grammatical difference in the pronunciation of the name. Cultures pronounce things differently. Like Japanese people can't pronounce L's, or they can if they practice, but you get the point.
Yes, I get it. I bet that's a real debacle. Yeah, on HF. Well, that's not a problem here. It's pretty easy, and thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, well, the problem with the QRZ thing is I'm not on it, and that really throws them for a loop. They don't think I exist.
Yeah, understandable. All right, well, let's see here. Now, we've got that squared away. I've got you in the log. Still got the information from just the other day. Plenty of things to look up and look at. The only thing I'm waiting on is maybe the SDR and definitely software. But I'm sure we can get that squared away. Get these frequencies down. I don't know. I kind of want to. I've got a specific radio I want to use, and it's in disrepair. But like I said earlier, I've got other radios I can put those frequencies in to monitor with. And you said this stuff transpires around sunup and sundown, right?
Yeah, once they reach an altitude that you can see here, and you don't have to have a lot of height to your antenna, although it does help bring you into the horizon quicker. After they launch, it's going to be anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes before you'll see them. Because again, they're only 50 milliwatt transmitters. But at that distance and their height, which is, I'm finding that anywhere from, depending how far they are from you, the flight of the balloons will vary based on upper wind speeds, and when it declines, it comes back down. All of that combined will of course manage where the balloon goes, but you'll see patterns after a while. You'll start seeing the patterns. Right now, the balloons are going long because of the weather patterns. They're like Blacksburg is landing down at Suffolk. It was landing up here at West Point not long ago. And Chickatee goes out to sea every time because it's following the opposite rotation of the Earth.
Yeah, I was just going to suggest something like that over the next week. That'd be pretty exciting and an exciting chase. That would be just about anywhere.
Say that again?
Well, there's so many people that are postulating on how the weather's going to change over the next week. And low pressure system off of the coast over here, they can't determine for sure if it's going to be a close pass to the coast or a far pass. The cold air coming down out of the north is going to change. It's going to move the jet stream around a little bit, or the jet stream is going to move it around a bit. I imagine the weather pattern is going to change a lot over the next week.
Yeah, but you'll see the patterns. It's generally running west-east, sometimes west to, once they launch, west to northeast. Most of the time is west-east. The distance of them depends on the upper wind speed. And then you'll see it go, you see it launch on the lower weather patterns, and you'll watch it change as it gets up at about 30,000. They achieve anywhere from about 95,000 to 115,000 feet. So each progression has its own weather dimensions and guides the balloons on their way. I find it quite interesting that we're still using balloons to measure weather systems.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. I tell you, I'm sure I sound like a complete idiot on the radio, but I'm not. It's because I'm an incomplete idiot. I'm working on it, and I probably will be a complete idiot by the end of the conversation. But anyways, I am trying to follow along.
No, I have no judgment. You know, it's a learning experience. You know, you'll start seeing patterns. That's how algorithms are written on the internet, by patterns. So you'll start seeing them as well. And if you get your system set up, you'll be porting the data to SoundHub and providing the data just like the rest of the guys are. There's probably about 70% of the people who are doing this are hams, but you don't have to be licensed to do it. So there's about 30% that are not ham radio operators.
You know, it's going to lead me to my next question. Do you send this information back via amateur radio or just the internet?
The internet is the pathway. Your radio is the pathway. You're porting it into that, of course, for the data stream on the internet. Your radio and your setup is porting what it's reading through the software. The software is decoding the language that's being transmitted. It's like Packet. It's similar to Packet or RIDI or any of the digital programs.
Okay, I think I understand. So you're decoding via the port on the internet at the same time you're listening to the information on the radio, and they work hand in hand?
Well, it does. It works. It's reciprocal, yes, but it doesn't have to be reciprocal to work on your end because you have other people. Let's say you're tracking a balloon. You'll have six or eight, maybe 10 other people that are hitting the balloon at the same time. And once you start watching the SoundHub, you'll see the lines go to from the station to the balloon. And that's when that line comes up, that green line comes up, that's who's porting the data at that particular time. And it'll get handed off around the chain of whoever's in the chain. And if you're in the chain, you're going to hand it off as well.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I got you.
You know, you're probably looking at SoundHub on your phone. That might be a little hard to see, but you can see it really well on a laptop or whatever screen, bigger screen. So you're going to have to study the SoundHub interface in order to really see what's going on. You're in the learning curve stage. I went through that. But I taught myself all this, a little bit of YouTube, but I took the time and sit down and educated myself on it. You'll figure it out too. If you got this far, you'll get the rest of the way.
Yep, and just beginning, and I'll get into it and get it figured out. And I agree, it does take time for any of this stuff, and it has, honestly. It's been taking me 40 plus years to get where I am, which may not say much, or it may say a lot. I only know what I see, and you probably see what I show on my YouTube channel. That's about it. That's just a small sliver of what I've been doing anyways.
Well, if you want some help along the way, Tech Minds on YouTube. It's a ham radio operator in England. He does a video on stuff all the time. Tech Minds, TECK Minds, MINDS. His calls M0 something or other, M0, Mike Zero. British fella that exposes his stuff on YouTube. And there's other people doing it as well.
Yeah, he ought to be pretty easy to find if I haven't already found him yet. Just type it in the search there, and YouTube and the algorithm and such already knows my search and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure I've already seen the guy. Yes.
Yeah, he showcases a lot of equipment on his platform because he gets free stuff. They're using him for advertisement. He gets stuff donated to him for doing a demonstration of it on YouTube.
Yeah, those kind of guys, those YouTubers. I got it. And I've got a few myself from some local help. Really, most of it is all local. and I don't advertise for anybody, not directly anyways, but I don't get any of those freebies and supports and stuff like that. It's just nice that people watch the stuff and they might learn a thing or two maybe.
No, I love the ham radio operators on YouTube that are narcissistic, and they have to. It's not about what they're talking about. It's about them being in front of a camera. Those are the ones that I love. The ones that are showing you the proper way to open up a new radio, the box, and don't scratch the tape. Those are the ones that I just thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, I have my tendency to avoid those guys. I kind of don't want to run into them at the ham fest and whatnot. I don't want them to recognize that I'm a YouTuber also. I don't want to be part of that gang. I don't want some kind of special clientele or recognition or any of that stuff. It's not for that. It's for education and sharing and helping folks along. And not making a profit of it. Definitely not. None of my stuff is monetized. I've got 4 channels, and it's all free. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to buy anything. It's just another hobby.
Right. Yeah, I like the ones that like to be in front of a camera. It's so joyful. After you're about 30 seconds to a minute into it, you're ready to shove an ice pick in your ear.
I'm glad you clarified that, I think. I was beginning to wonder. But anyways, yeah. I think we agree. I think. K4ARX.
When it becomes evidently clear that you are on there to demonstrate how much knowledge you have, and when you don't know it because they're blinded by their own narcissism, you're demonstrating how much knowledge you don't have.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks out there also that tend to dabble into the Baofeng and the GMRS. And they say, I don't want to be nerdy about it. I don't want to be techie about it. But this is what I know. This is how I do it. I'm not taking the test. I don't want to do it. I'm just buying a license. This is how you do it. Do it the way I do it. But it's got almost nothing to do with, it's one or the other. It's got nothing to do with what we're doing, or it's so much so that you could pass the test. Just take the darn test. You already know enough.
Right. Well, the test is far easier today than it was when I took it. Oh, but it's all right. It brings more people into the hobby, and the hobby's only worth the individuals that are on the other end of the radio. So,
Yikes.
As long as they're engaging, and that's all that matters. But the videos. As far as I'm concerned, I'm looking for information. I'm not looking for a movie star.
Yeah, I totally agree. That kind of grinds my gears or irks me or whatever. That's the reason why I want to avoid these guys in public, because I don't want to get kind of tied up in that. I kind of disassociate myself because, well, I don't want that kind of limelight. You spend too much time in the limelight, you get sunburned.
I'm a professional musician. I've had music and still do have music on radio stations around the world. Have for several years now, and it's not about my ego. It's about the art as a musician, and that's what you want to make it about. Making it about yourself can be very short-lived.
Well, that could be argued, I guess. I mean, depending on who you want to look at and what kind of trouble they get into, what it costs them, what it could cost them if they say the wrong thing, be it income or being solely in the industry. You say the wrong thing to the wrong person that brought you in anyways, you lose everything. And that seems to be a political issue now. But I do understand it's a lot of hard work. And I've done that myself, sort of. Musician back in high school and middle school. It's a lot of hard work. And I don't necessarily have that aspiration anymore.
Yeah, well, you might have got a phone call and I got to pick it up. I'll catch up with you after a while. Sorry to cut you short. KC4 JG.
Hey, it's no problem at all. It's time to refill that cup of coffee. Cuppy. Whichever. K4ARX. Video's kind of running along anyways. He's right. He's right. Anybody can be an idiot, either on the air, broadcast television, or broadcast radio, or even on YouTube. And social media of any kind. It's that easy. I'm a half idiot, not a whole idiot. So I guess that's enough. K4ARX. American Radio X-Ray. Laugh at me next time. Thanks.